Welcome back to TFC Modcraft. Alright, well, first off, I want to apologize for not getting this episode out sooner. Issues, stuff, and things, and so on, but here it is. And I have actually managed to get a decent bunch of stuff accomplished. You'll notice that the quarry has been moved into a second location, and it's been cranking away for a little while. And also, I finally got the tree farm switched over to, it is now running on peat-fired engines instead of power teleport from the combustion engines in the base. And this will be switched over to peat-fired engines as well when I turn it back on. Right now it's disabled because I have over 7,000 peat in storage right now. I don't think I need to be making any more at the moment, you know. I just don't. And the bees. I have spent a lot of time today with the bees. I started sometime early this afternoon working with the bees. The first thing I did was to just let them go and determine which ones were producing the most combs. And it turns out that it's these desert bees. And so, over the course of a few hours, I have expanded this thing to where there is now 6 apiaries running, and I'm going to be expanding it more. I'm going to at least double it, and I may quadruple it, because these guys are the best producers overall. Coming up in future off-camera developments, there's going to be at least 1, possibly 2 or 3 more tree farms, one of which will be producing the industrial craft rubber trees and so on, because I'm finding a need for that. Oh, my little impromptu cactus or reed farm out here, I finally had to fill it in and get rid of it because the auto crafting room is right straight down from here, and there's been several times when I go to dig something out to get access to something and the sand would fall down, which is not a problem in itself, but that would be followed by water flow, which is not wonderful. So things have been going better there. Meanwhile, while I was doing all the stuff with the bees and a whole bunch of stuff down below that I will show you in a moment, this thing has been running. If you'll recall, it targets diamond, to be making diamond using the energy it collects. It's been running long enough to make a fair number of diamonds. Quite a lot of diamond. Yeah. This represents a mountain of EMC that I'm going to be using, among other things, to update that thing. But first, let us continue the tour. Okay, now through here, you can't see those things through the portal, but they're here. These crystals, growing tainted crystals, they're working. Most of them are up to having 3 crystals in a bunch instead of 2. This one still has 2, but the rest of them have 3. And what this tells me is that these things grow so friggin' slow that is not going to be a great way to produce enough tainted crystals to power this machine down here for any great length of time, because it can go through the crystals a lot faster than that can grow them. And that is the main reason I got the quarry running when it ran out the first time. That's the main reason I set up a new one, is because of the tainted crystals it can produce. And even then, I'm still not producing tainted crystals fast enough to keep this thing going constantly, which is why I've left it turned off. I will revisit that at another time. In the meantime, I've been working down here. I've cleared out a bunch of space. And I've also added a lot more auto crafting. A thing that started over here, went this way, turned the corner, went down this wall, and then recently started going this way, and is now down here quite a bit, promising to go a fair bit further before it turns around again. And I have accomplished something. The MFSU, and if I bring that up here, the MFSU, 6 Lapotron crystals, and then it also has an MFE, which has 4 energy crystals. And you know those crystals, neither of them stack. They do not stack at all. Not only that, but you'll see here they have a damage bar. In the recipe, they don't. That can provide problems when trying to autocraft them. And plus the fact they do not stack. I spent probably most of the time from this afternoon until about an hour ago. And it's 10 minutes till 11 p.m. now. I spent most of that time fighting with this thing, getting it set up so that it could autocraft MFSUs on demand, and so that it could autocraft the industrial craft solar panels. Not just the solar panels, but low voltage arrays and medium voltage arrays. My goal is to be able to produce a high voltage solar panel array just simply by asking for it. And the high voltage solar panel array, it requires manufacturing 512 solar panels, because 8 solar panels makes a low voltage array, 8 low voltage makes a medium voltage, and 8 medium voltage makes a high voltage. Yeah, I want to get that going, because there is a need to increase industrial craft power production, which is what this area is supposed to be for. Because if I go all the way down here, the lava tanks, which that lava generator has been using to provide power for most of the industrial craft machines. Because yes, I've got some solar panels up now, but they're just basic solar panels, and they're enough to keep this MFE charged up between that and the geothermal down there. But that's it. That's basically enough power to keep these machines running if they're all going at the same time. Oh, by the way, the recycler that I had here, I switched it out for a compressor because my stock of scrap is overflowing. This is full, and the default route chest upstairs is about half full with scrap. And one of the reasons for getting massive industrial craft power going here is I want to get some mass fabricators going and using that scrap to make UU matter sometime very soon. And so that's the reason I want all that power, aside from just being power hungry. Well, somebody had to say it. Anyway, I've been going through a lot of stuff. There's still more steps to this auto crafting that I need to do, because I need to automate the process of taking mixed metal ingots and running them into a compressor to create advanced alloys. That needs to be set up so that auto crafting can do that automatically, which means another compressor, not this one, that is dedicated specifically to that purpose. And then another one dedicated for the purpose of taking coal, well, another compressor and, well, a singularity compressor and a rotary macerator to take coal and run it through 2 machines and some automatic crafting processes to produce carbon plate, which is necessary for advanced machine blocks, which is part of some of the higher tier stuff. Yeah, it's been a long day. There's been a lot of frustration and aggravation with it, but a lot of really cool satisfaction when I finally got that thing to work. Anyway, I wanted to start by getting this upgraded. That is a full flower, but it's a tier 1. all the components of it are Tier 1 components. It's time to fix that. And the first thing I'm going to do along that way is get myself more Kleinstar. Alright. Got one of them already that I made by accident some time ago. I'm going to get 2 more. And I'm going to craft the 4 of them together to make the next tier device. Now this one holds 200,000 EMC. And now we've got the Kleinstar Dry. Learned, yes, and it's full and holds 800,000. Cool. All right, I am going to need some dark matter, and I'm pretty sure I'm also going to need, well, let's clear this thing out at the moment, and get me some glowstone. Well, let's get a little more glowstone. That'll do. And I'm going to need some glass as well. Alright. Just target that. Get myself a stack of glass. That should be enough. Alright. Now, let's head out here, start tearing this down. All these Tier 1 collectors and the 5 Tier 1 antimatter relays. Take them all down. The only thing of it that I'm going to leave is the energy chest, the energy condenser, because there is only one tier of that. There is no Tier 2 device version of that. Get all this together. Let's get these things upgraded. Alright. Let's see. Energy collector. Glass. No. Dark matter. Bang. And now let's make sure the system knows how to make it. Collector Mark II. Alright. Relay Mark II. Dark matter, obsidian, and the Mark 1 relay. Okay. There's dark matter available right there. And obsidian. That'll do. Antimatter relay. Obsidian, dark matter. Bang, Mark II relay. Okay. Teach it that. Alright, now let's drop these in here. Oops, I only needed 5. Let's drop these in here. And I need a total of 17 Mark IIs. Just use these diamonds for that. Alright. I've got some glowstone, so that's good there. Alright, let's get this cooking. Okay. Mark II of those. And just rebuild this thing in a Mark II version. And It's a little tricky doing this because you need to use shift to place these, and at the same time you have to hold space to keep from going down while flying. Is that right? Yes. Because other than that, we need here, 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 and there. And now just slap some glowstone on here. It's not necessary because these things put out quite a bit of light themselves, but I'm going to use them anyway. All right. That is a Tier 2 power flower. Let's see what it is putting out. Oh yeah, that's doing pretty good. Let's see. Let's throw some more diamond in there. Let's see. Let's get a second and a third and a fourth of that and go up to the next tier on that. Might as well have maximum energy carrying capacity. Kleinstarvier. And it holds a heck of a lot. Probably, if I'm not mistaken, in the neighborhood of 12 million. I just dumped 2 million in it, and it's got room for more. Okay, 2 point something million from the looks of it, maybe 3 million. I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember what the exact numbers for it are. But large capacity. Oh, yeah. Red matter. 6 Aeternalists and 3 dark matter. I think I should be able to make that now. So there's 3 dark matter. 6 Aeternalist fuel. Time to make my first bit of red matter. 466,000 EMC. That represents a heck of a lot of energy. And so we are no longer targeting diamond. We are now targeting red matter. Yeah, that's going to be cool. And that's going to provide a lot of capability, because one of the things I am going to do is some of the things I've got planned coming up are going to use, for example, royal tons of iron, gold, tin, copper, and so on, as well as diamonds, lapis, redstone, and so forth. And what I need to do is to set up a better means of acquiring this stuff. The quarry works, but frankly, right now the only reason the quarry is going is the Vs crystals that I can't get any other way. Let's see. Energy condensers are going to be my friend. Let's see, how many of those can I get? Let me target it. That's a good start. What I'm going to want to do here is set up some chests. In fact, let me have the system get me some chests. There's 4 of them handy. Let's see. Now, what pipes do I have available here? I've kind of taken to keeping a stock of them here. I am going to want Mark II chassis pipes. Where are you? At least 4 of them. And what modules am I going to need? I'm going to need provider modules. And I think that's probably going to be it for the most part. Yeah. Let me head down here where there might be some room, or at least I can make some room. Yeah, I'll make some room. All right, that's a good start. I'll fine-tune the lighting another time, and I'll probably end up upgrading these chests. Okay, iron, gold, copper, tin. That's a good start. Oh, I didn't need chests. What am I thinking? Look at these. They have a higher capacity storage anyway. So iron, gold, tin, copper. Let's see. Diamond, lapis, redstone. Yeah. And let's get a little bit of each of those. All right, some iron, some gold. Actually, I just need 1 piece of each. Tin. Bronze is crafted. Okay, silver. I didn't think of that one. I don't probably use it too awfully much. All right, let's leave silver out of that for right now. Redstone. Lapis. That'll probably do for the moment. Yeah. All right. What I'm going to need to do here. Okay. All right. Iron. Tin. Gold. Lapis. Redstone. I've got one over here, a chest over here for copper, and one over here for glass. All right. Yeah. Most of 7,000 feet right there. That's insane. All right. Okay, your redstone. You can be copper. You can be glass. And I'm going to need more of these pipes. I can start hooking them up. Doesn't matter. I'll get 3 more of those and get more provider modules. Basically what I'm going to end up doing, let me turn this down. That destruction catalyst can just make for incredible amounts of sadness if you fire it in your base carelessly. All right. I need, say, a bunch more of those. And get me some more provider modules. Missing 40 gold ingots. Of course we are. That's all right. We'll just get gold going first. What do we have up here? All right, we don't quite have a piece of red matter yet. What can I yank out of here? I can get some dark matter. That's pretty energy dense. Hello. go to the right floor for one thing, and then maybe you won't get lost in the piping. Oy. Alright, this one is gold. So we'll hook it up with a provider pipe. And we'll tell it, leave the first stack. That way it won't suck this one out. And we'll just drop a bit of dark matter in there, and we've got some gold. That's why I'm aiming for red matter. Get a bunch of red matter, toss a piece of red matter into each one of those. And there'll be quite a bit of stuff. Okay, why am I at this thing? Okay, what I need is a few more of these. No, not 11 really. I actually only need, say, 3 more. Yeah. And like I'll have one of those that'll target, for example, reeds. This way I don't have to farm them. I can target cactus the same way. You know, and with those, throw a stack of diamonds in, and that ought to be enough EMC to make all of the reeds and cactus I'll ever need. For whatever. Alright. I think that's enough. I think that's everything. It should let me get the rest of these things set up. Okay, iron. Provider module. Leave the first stack. Tin. Provider. Leave the first stack. Whoops. And you're the gold. And actually it doesn't matter what you are, but leave first stack so that the target item will stay there. And I can put in a couple of more of these. I still need at least one more. And I'll be setting all of them up like this. So these chests will become raw material providers. And all I need to do is like drop some dark matter into each one to get them started. And then over time, as the amped up flour generates more, end up throwing dark matter in there, or red matter even. For the right now, just so that I can see the difference by comparing it to the way it was doing before. No, don't throw that in there. I need to keep that. But look at how fast it's making diamonds now. From 0, we're talking, I don't know, I don't have a stopwatch on it, but less than 30 seconds per diamond or around that. That's pretty cool. And now, just think, the tier 3 collectors are going to be even more impressive. Yeah. And bang, there's a diamond. So that's going to be great. What I can do is I can go ahead and take some of these diamonds and throw them in these chests down, these condensers down here. Let's see, let's pick things that we're low on. Throw some diamond in there. We got redstone. Copper we got plenty of. Glass we go okay at the moment. Lapis running short on. 10 diamonds. Doesn't make a whole lot of lapis. Gold we're okay for the moment. Tin is okay on the amount upstairs. Iron we're okay on the amount upstairs for right now. And I need to get this one hooked up even. And I'm probably going to be hooking up several more as I get the EMC needed to do so. Which means there's, whoa, hello. Well, there's my chassis pipes. All right. Okay, so that's the new resource acquisition system. It had to happen. As a matter of fact, I need to move all of this glass into the chest down there, and all of this copper into the thing down there, and ditto with the materials upstairs in these chests here. Like the gold, the iron, and the tin all need to be moved into the appropriate energy condenser down there, because that's where it's going to live as a sole place to exist. And I'll just be checking it every now and then and tossing a bit of dark matter or whatever into it, or a stack of diamonds or whatever I've got to get it going. Future plans, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here with this, because these things are so bloody slow. I would have to leave this thing up and running AFK 24/7 for a week, I think, before I could grow enough crystals. Right now, if I tapped all the crystals off of this, which I don't yet have the ability to do, I have to unlock the research for the crystalline belt in Hermitcraft. But even assuming I had it, and I tapped the extra crystals off of each one of these, leaving a single crystal there to continue growing, I wouldn't even have yet enough out of that to make another crystal, because you need 9 crystals to make one of those things, this crystal seed or cluster or whatever you want to call it, that grows more of them. Now, over time, if one kept reinvesting one's crystals like that and just growing the crystal farm and making it bigger and bigger, eventually you could be producing crystals at a pretty decent rate. But I hate to even think of how long it would take to do that. So I may end up abandoning that part of the project. That's pretty much it. What I'm going to have here, I am going to have a line coming down here from the surface, and it's going to be a glass fiber line, and it will be feeding power from the higher tier solar panels up top side, and they are going to feed into an MFSU. The output from that MFSU will feed into another MFSU, and so on, for a span of maybe 10, possibly 20 MFSUs. A huge bank of power, which will come down here, where there will be perhaps 4 or more recyclers with transformer upgrades and overclockers and so on to produce scrap as quickly as possible. Probably getting their input not so much from the quarry, but from another energy condenser targeting cobblestone when you drop dark matter into it, something like that. And then all of that scrap held in interim storage here and fed directly into 2 or more mass fabricators to start producing UU matter. Because why not? That's the whole end game on industrial craft, is making UU matter so that you can pretty much make any of a pretty fair number of different things with it. Yeah. So I've got a bunch of auto crafting yet to solve, including some of it that's going to be using some industrial craft machines in a way that they're not originally quite intended for. They're not really meant to be used with auto crafting facilities. It can be done and has been done many times. I need to work out the details of how to do it without having items end up spilling out on the floor and getting wasted. And then, of course, I'm going to be expanding the bee production. The desert bees being the most prolific, I'm going to probably double or quadruple their number sometime very soon. And who knows what I'll get up to after that. And maybe I can learn to stop walking into holes in the floor. I'd fill it in, but it kind of needs to be there so that I have access to putting something down there when I need this to run. In any event, it's been a long day, and more than once I have been driven to some serious non-YouTube friendly language because of things not working the way I anticipated them working. In spite of the fact that I did everything right, it didn't work. Yeah, well, you know how that is. I'm not worried about it because in the end it did work out and I did get it working and I will get the rest of it going. But that is going to take a while, and this explains, I hope, why it is that I didn't do any of that stuff on camera, because it took from early this afternoon to a little bit before I started recording to get done what I did. It's a very time-consuming, very much down the rabbit hole kind of process, and I wouldn't make a video showing all of that, because even with speed-ups and cuts, it would be several hours long. All right, I am going to get out of here and see what else I can get into. Thanks for watching. Oh, yeah, I almost said something that I would have had to censor. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out of here.